So me and the wife have recently been doing a few escape rooms. I can't remember whether we've done 3 or 4, but we have been going out and over the last couple of years, before lockdown obviously, and going to places and having a go with a friend. Now, escape rooms are basically pretty expensive giant puzzles where you get sent into a room and you've got an hour to escape. You pay £25 for the privilege. On average, some are more than that. And you solve a series of puzzles and things like that, which are usually to do with locks and keys. And yeah, you just generally work through until you finally escape. Usually, you have a little bit of a narrative and you have a goal to achieve. Sometimes it is full on escape, sometimes it's to earn something and then make your way out. Sometimes you're gonna go in a bank vault and steal as much as possible. It's one of those fantasy type things that are really great. And me and the wife, as I say, we've been enjoying quite a few of them. We done one called Granny's House, which we escaped from. Basically, that was to go in, sneak into the house, break in, steal as many items as were valuable as possible off a list, and then get out. We did Hoodoo Voodoo, which was there's a crime being committed, and we had to get into this place and find all the clues to see who had committed the crime, and then get out, which we failed. Yeah, miserably as well. We failed that one. We only got halfway through that one. It was ridiculously hard for us. And then recently we did a Santa one. I can't remember if we did another one. I really can't forget. But basically, the Santa one was we had to go into a place and find all the items on Santa's list and then come out. That was basically all we had to do, help Santa out, and we managed to successfully do that. So I have been looking at these sort of games, these basically like puzzle games, puzzle board games, all in one sort of thing that you basically just do once and then you sell on, or you, like in this case, get rid of and put in the recycling. Now, I'm going to give this one, as it's my first, 3 stars out of 5. And that should be all you want to know if you're interested in this, because I am going to go into spoilers. So please switch off if you don't want spoilers, or just carry on listening. But I'm not going to spoil all the puzzles. I'm just going to talk about the components and everything inside it, because you have to kind of spoil it. There is no way of owning one of these and talking about one without spoiling it, really. If you want to know what you get in it, you have basically sets of cards. One's are the riddles, which is basically the part you have to do, and then you have the answer cards, and then you have some help cards as well, but I didn't use the help cards basically. You have a plot line, so this one is the haunted roller coaster, and it basically you go in onto this roller coaster and you get stuck inside it, and you have to work your way all throughout the roller coaster until you reach the exit, basically, because the cart that you're on basically breaks. In the second room, it breaks, and so yeah, you get stuck. You have a decoder disc. Now, the decoder disc, this is the amount of puzzles that are around. So I think there's 10 puzzles, and this decoder disc I think is the same for everyone. So every single one of these games has 10 different puzzles, and that's basically like 10 pages worth, because every page you flip over and then when you do the puzzle, basically. So yeah, we also had this like Frankenstein's monster that you had to build up, and to build this up you had to work out the clues that were on the riddle cards, and you also have this other sneaky thing in the back, which is basically a piranha. So imagine Little Shop of Horrors, basically. It's like a piranha plant, and you had to feed it one of the cards to basically work out the riddle. So each of the riddles, they all are 3 numbers. And when you have the 3 numbers, when you've worked out what you think it is, it gives you this big circle number right here. And then this equates to you working out the puzzle. So if we were on puzzle L shape here, 539, you then find answer card number 3, and then answer card number 3 will tell you if you're right or wrong, basically. It's all really interesting, but there was a problem with this in terms of my wife's enjoyment. My wife will pay £25 any day of the week to go to a room with me and enjoy an experience of solving puzzles in real life, you know. So she will crawl through vents and all sorts of stuff and get in the muck and the mire to find different numbers for puzzles and things like that, you know, different key combinations, or she'll find keys and things like that. She really, really gets into it. She lost interest right from the off of this. From the first room, I'd say, she helped me find out the clue to the first room, which was really, really easy. And then she lost it. She wasn't interested, basically. She ended up going on the phone or looking after the kids, you know, talking with the kids and prattling about with the kids, because we were doing this in the living room, basically on the floor in the living room. And I was hoping that my eldest would help, but he basically just wasn't interested either. And so they were on their tablets playing Roblox or whatever, and the wife was on a phone and things like that, and we got the telly on as well. And yeah, she lost interest. This is very much a puzzle game solely, as in, let's open it up here. So there's a big spoiler. This is a massive spoiler right here. You basically get card A and you have to work this out. And card A says to you, the smiling ghosts reveal the way. Only it's anti-clockwise. So 973. That's your plus code key. This one was really easy, and that's all I'll spoil for here. But yeah, she didn't enjoy it after this. She couldn't see it. There's a massive storyline, massive plot, but she really lost it, in all honesty. And she wasn't a fan of what you have to do with this in terms of writing on things, cutting things out. There's all sorts of things you have to do. You have to build this. You have to, like I say, you have to cut the cards up, and you ruin this, essentially. Also, this guy, this is a secret because we didn't know this was in the box. And so when we played and we got to, I think it's like number 3, basically, one of the clues is search for the mysterious stranger. And so you're like, well, what's that on about? And we were searching everywhere and everywhere and everywhere. And it said something about it's not on the wheel, it's not on the cards, not in the book or anything else like that. And so I basically started like going, what the hell's all this about? And I lifted this up, and he was hidden under here. So there was the mysterious stranger. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed my time with this. And there's also another one where you have to find these blokes, you cut them out. So here's Frankenstein's boot. You have to work that out. But there's like guys. Oh, don't know where they are. You have to like cut out some guys. So you got like this guy here, and you had to place them in here. And then when you looked at it, the areas of the movement were numbers. So the shadow that they basically gave off, they were numbers basically. I loved it. I really enjoyed my time with this. This one was the biggest pain because you had to basically pull apart the entirety of this to try and find the second mysterious stranger. And the clue was it was something that turns, and I was looking everywhere throughout the book, literally everything, and then eventually, I think it was my son went, well, this turns, and I was like, it can't be, surely, can't be. And then I basically did this to it, and then I saw the skeleton, the jack-o'-lantern was underneath it, and then you have to pull the middle pin out and connect it all up, and yeah, you get that. But as I say, I really enjoyed it, but I do think there's a concern with the price. They are £10 now. You pay £25 per person to go into a what do you call it, dungeon? You know what I mean? A dungeon, an escape room. So when you look at it like that, you can have 1 to 4 players. Well, I suppose you could have 1 to 6 realistically. This one was a little too easy. The only time I really struggled was on the last 2, which is on the last page. This one. And there was another part as well. I can't remember what it was. That was the only time I struggled. I literally blitzed through this almost on my own because the wife wasn't really paying attention. And so I think I need to up my difficulty because I am okay at puzzles. I don't struggle that much with them. So I think I could do going to a difficulty 4, I think. Because I now know, because of this, what sort of things are involved. Like, sometimes you have to pull apart this. Sometimes you have to pull apart the box, you know? I now know what they are intending, and it's a lot like escape rooms. The first escape room we ever went in, we had no idea what it was doing, but somehow we managed to crawl through it. The second escape room we completely failed because it was way too difficult. And then the third escape room we kind of blitzed because we'd had the previous 2 experiences, and so we sort of knew what they all wanted you to do. And that's how I feel with these. I do want another one, but I don't know how many I'm going to get. And the main reason for that is the one-off nature, because this is going straight in the recycling bin now. As soon as I finish this video, it's going in the recycling. The one-off nature for £10, which is going to be literally me playing it. The wife wants nothing to do with them. And also, there are other types, like there's one's called Unlock. And I think there's actual ones called Escape Room. And so I might give those a go instead of the exit ones. But there is an exit one that I do want to try, which is an Agatha Christie type one, which is my favourite Agatha Christie story, which is Murder on the Orient Express. So I do want to give that one a go, and I think that's a 4 or 5 level. So I would like to try that one. After that, though, I think I'm going to try the Unlock series, because I really do like the puzzles, and the Unlock series, you only do them once, but then you can sell them on. They don't just go in the recycling like this. You can actually gift them to other people, or you can then sell them to other people. So it might be a better thing, because I'd really have liked my mum to have a go at this. My mum's really into puzzles. She's the one that got me into puzzles. My uncle as well got me into puzzles. And my uncle and granddad would probably really enjoy something like this, something that they can do together now my nan has passed on, something that could bond them. So, yeah, I'm very interested in checking out another one of these, and then I think I'm going to go on to the unlocks. And that's why I've given it a 3 out of 5, because I did blitz through it quite easily on my own, like I said, until the last two. And for £10, it's not bad. I mean, some places have these at 15. I think that's pushing it, very much so. But it's thrown away. No one else could then experience this. You know, I couldn't give it on to my mum and I couldn't give it on to my uncle. And so that's why it gets marks down for me. The story, in terms of, it was mediocre, realistically. I've seen better stories from the escape rooms that we've played. Basically, you go into a roller coaster and then your lift breaks down and then literally the wheels come off the coaster. And that's a puzzle. And then you walk the rest of the way. Overall, I just think that it was average. I did enjoy it, but I'll say it took me 2 hours, 4 minutes, something like that, with everything else, distractions going on around. And now I know what I'm doing. I want to give another one a go, but yeah, I just didn't wow me. And there's other things that mark it down. So that's it, really. Spoilerish haunted roller coaster review. Thanks for watching.